let's also head on now to another press conference. Tunghayan na natin ang isinasagawang press conference kanina naman sa Camp Crame.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. As voting hours officially close at 6 p.m., the 2019 national and local elections turned out to be generally peaceful nationwide, with no reported major untoward incident that affected the overall turnout of the electoral exercise. Except for isolated incidents that briefly interrupted voting in some voting centers in Barm, a few cases of technical malfunctions of the vote counting machines or BCM, voting went ahead smoothly and orderly in the 36,831 voting centers nationwide. Police and military personnel continue to man their posts to provide security to members of electoral boards and COMELEC personnel and to secure election paraphernalia, documents, and equipment. These security personnel shall ensure the complete pull-out of election personnel and materials and the transport of election returns to the local canvassing centers. Furthermore, the election period will still culminate on June 12, 2019. Until such time, therefore, all illegal acts, particularly the carrying of firearms, explosives, and other deadly weapons, organization of security forces, and unauthorized employment of bodyguards and security personnel remain prohibited and are subject to police intervention. In effect, all valid permits to carry firearms outside of residence issued by the Philippine National Police to qualified registered firearms holders remain suspended until the lifting of the COMELEC gun ban on June 12, 2019. On COMELEC imposed nationwide gun ban, the PNP arrested a total of 5,500 persons as of today. Seized from these arrested persons were 4,618 firearms and 44,226 other deadly weapons were confiscated, recovered, and surrendered. The latest, as of 5:45 p.m. today, is the arrest of 6 male persons at Pagkakaisa Elementary School in Barangay San Antonio, Binyan, Laguna. Recovered from them were 4 caliber 45 pistols, 1 caliber 38, and 1 9mm pistol. After the culmination of 12 hours of voting today, we have monitored only 23 significant incidents such as shooting, indiscriminate firing, illegal discharge of firearms, explosion, grave threats, and harassments. The investigation is still going on to verify which of these can be classified as election-related incidents or not. On vote buying, a total of 332 incidents were recorded with 297 persons arrested and 3 minors rescued. We thank the public for actively reporting to us incidents of vote buying or selling which gained for the PNP a positive public response on our effort against this illegal act. On liquor ban, a total number of 387 incidents were reported with 986 persons arrested. Let me remind the public that the liquor ban will remain in effect until 12 midnight tonight. On election boards, I would like to correct the number of PNP personnel who acted as election boards today in the absence of teachers. A total of 517 PNP personnel actually served as election boards in the regions of Pro-Barm, Pro-Cordillera, Region 10, and Region 9, not 1,501 as I have earlier stated. With the success of our security operations, I would like to express my deep gratitude to all PNP personnel and thank the AFP, COMELEC, and other government agencies who have been part of this resounding accomplishment. We will continue to be in a state of full preparedness until the electoral exercise is over. We are not lowering our guards yet, and all election security measures will be similarly implemented, in the succeeding days and weeks until the official culmination of the election period on June 12, 2019. Thank you and a pleasant evening to all.
Thank you very much, sir. And the first question will be coming from Ray.
Sir, good evening. Yung report mo kanina na anim na resibo na hindi na makapagbukas ng bayan, were they able to open the election in the area, sir? Was it
Yes.
equivalent to 100%?
Yes, naging 100% yon as of 2 p.m. this afternoon. After the press briefing kanina, we called on the regional director kanina and kinonfirm niya na bukas na yung remaining 6 dun sa Lanao del Sur. Hindi ako magkamali, yes. So, walang hindi nagbukas na polling center nationwide as per report from our PNP units.
Thank you, sir. Second question will be coming from Mark.
Sir, may incident na explosion din sa maraming tao na sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
May mga naging suspect.
Yes. Ang report sa atin, supposed to be itong mga suspects na to ay itatapon yung granada yata at sumabit doon sa bintana ng van at bumalik sa kanila, no, at pumutok doon sa loob ng van. Tinitignan pa natin ito, baka sila din ang may gawa ng mga ibang explosions doon sa area. So the investigation is still going on.
So, sir, natutuloy na natin kung anong grupo, ano na yung grupo.
Sa ngayon wala pa. Hindi pa sinasabi ng ating investigators o yung regional director doon kung anong grupo ng mga to.
Thank you, sir. DJ Rojas of GMA News On.
Sir, reaction niyo po dun sa statement ng bayan muna. Mag-file daw po sila ng charges sa Manila Cops involved sa electioneering.
Well, palagi naman ganyan ang ginagawa nila. They can file charges every time na meron sinasabi, always file charges. Well, that's their right. Kung we respect their rights. Kung yun ang gusto nila, then wala tayong magagawa doon.
Pero sir, what can you say po na they involve PNP members na nabibigay daw?
Well, we will look into that. No? Remember, ang directive natin sa PNP is always remain non-partisan and apolitical. No? At we do not meddle with the political exercise of anybody or in any area.
Thank you, sir. Roy Naro.
Sir, meron daw yung gunshot na narinig sa Commission on Election Headquarters sa PICC. Kaninang 7 a.m. Do you have any update for that?
Walang report sa amin yan, no? We'll check into that. Pero walang report. Even the COMELEC officials, walang binanggit sa amin yan na meron silang narinig na gunshots dun sa PICC, dun sa area ng PICC na yan. And I'm sure yung PICC is well secured. Napakarami natin pulis doon.
Tapos sir, we have been campaigning against vote buying. But then, earlier sabi ni President Duterte na vote buying daw integral part ng impeach ng Philippine elections. What can we say?
Ano, no?
Sabi ni President Duterte kanina, vote buying is an integral part of the Philippine elections. So, any action for that?
Well, we really don't know bakit ito ngang actually kaya number one, bakit massive yung probably reports ng vote buying ngayon. It's because yung community o yung mga voters themselves o yung mga taong bayan has been reporting the vote buying, suspected vote buying, no? Sa amin at sa ibang ahensya or even to armed forces or even to the COMELEC. So nakikita natin na na-educate yung ating mga voters dito, that's one. And noon pa naman may mga allegations, even the previous elections, no, mga previous elections, no, yung vote buying. Now, this could have become a culture actually in our country. And when it becomes a culture, of course, it becomes a way of life. So yun ang tinatawag. That's another factor. And another factor that we see here is yung pag-modernize ng ating voting system. Remember, we're using the BCMs now. And seemingly, parang hindi ma-infiltrate yung mga BCMs according to the COMELEC. So, ang tendency ng mga candidates natin, they go to the voters themselves. Personal ang dating nito. Kasi hindi mo na makurap yung BCM according to COMELEC. So these are the factors that we see only. Hindi ko sinasabing ito yung mga talagang dahilan. What we see is these are the factors probably that contributed to the massive reports of vote buying.
Thank you, sir. Julie of the isinagawang.
Sir, regarding po dun kay Sir, yung po kung sa logo, sir, na in-arrest po kami, tapos sa kanila na. Sir, ang sabi niya magsasampa daw siya ng kaso laban dun sa QCPD, ito na station, sir, na reklamo, laban dun sa mga police kasi nakaranas na po siya ng harassment.
Well, again, that is right, no? Kung yun talaga ang na-feel niya na violate yung kanilang privacy or probably talagang merong nagawa yung ating kapulisan according to sa kanya, that's what he feels, then nasa kanya yun. No? In fact, kung gusto niyang lumapit sa amin when he files a case, we will gladly assist him.
Sir, ano yung action mo ngayon dun sa QCPD?
Well, part ng investigation, we'll just probably ask the IAS to investigate kung talagang merong irregularity na ginawa yung ating mga kapulisindan. In fact, with or without my directive, I'm sure the IAS will conduct a motu proprio investigation on the case.
Hindi pa pasay yung kaso. Ongoing pa rin yung kaso.
Nung
Against Ecosologo, ongoing pa rin.
Of course, yung kaso kasi laban sa kanya is still ongoing. Remember, hindi naman siya pinakawalan at dinrap yung kaso. They were just released for further investigation.
Thank you, sir. Lloyd? Aaron first.
Sir, based on your assessment, security-wise, what's the difference between 2019 and 2016 elections in terms of handling it?
In terms of?
How do you handle yung security at saka yung output ng preparations compared 2019 versus 2016 elections?
Well, yung nakita natin ngayon, yung security preparations natin are very well focused and aggressive. No, yun ang nakita natin. And we have more resources compared to the 2016 and 2013 elections. Remember, ang dami naming procurement ngayon, even the vehicles, mobile cars, mga firearms and other equipment, both personal and unit equipment namin. So these were all dispatched for these national and local elections. Ito ang diferensya siguro. And of course, with the deployment of more personnel, remember, with the Armed Forces of the Philippines or augmentations from the AFP, we have a total of a little over 165,000 deployed in the different parts of our country for this exercise.
Bad experience, if there is any, will take us a lesson learned ngayon na ikaw para next election. If there is any.
Well, nakita natin isang pagbabago ngayon, no, is yung mga massive ang vote buying. No, it's seemingly yung vote buying is relied only solely on law enforcement. No? Ito yung nakita natin dito na yung vote buying seemingly it's all about law enforcement. And as I've said, hindi lang siguro law enforcement ito. Of course, we have to involve the alleged candidates na nag-utos or nagbigay ng pera. Probably, ito yung titignan natin not only from the side of the AFP but also on the side of the COMELEC and the DILG probably, yung mga kumakandidato or even the incumbents, all the candidates for that matter na allegedly involved sa vote buying. But there should be also an investigation conducted for the alleged involvement of candidates dun sa vote buying. Ito ang nakita nating malaking pagbabago ngayon. Ito yung malaking naging challenge din natin, itong vote buying. In all other aspects, I think we came very well prepared. Not only the Philippine National Police, but also the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the COMELEC and other agencies involved.
One last on my end, sir. So we have to answer on how you raise some concerns on vote buying, particularly in the politicians. Would that mean that you would pursue or stop
Well, I think yung mga candidates na allegedly nanggaling yung pera sa kanila, they should also be pursued. Not only those yung mga nautusan. It's unfair for these people na sila ang napapailan ng kaso. Now, probably there should also be a body or an en banc conducted para siguro i-verify yung probable cause or truthfulness dun sa mga reports of involvements of candidates in vote buying. No, para magkaroon din naman ng punishment dun sa mga alleged involvement sa mga vote buying. At magkaroon din ng lesson itong mga, at takot siguro, itong mga kumakandidato to engage in vote buying para matigil din itong vote buying na ito. No? Unang-una, ang vote buying, sabi nga nila, napakahirap i-prove niyan. Kailangan yung nagbenta at kailangan yung nagbigay. Yung both seller and buyer will be arrested. Usually, yung tumanggap, hindi nagpapile ng kaso yon kasi alam niya mapapile lang din siya ng kaso, di ba? Ang vote buying is two ways, yung tumanggap at saka nagbigay. Ang nawawala doon is kung sino ang nagpabigay, no? Ito yung nawawala, kaya always in the vote buying ang nagiging biktima is yung nagbibigay at saka yung tumatanggap. I don't think it's weak kasi there's a law. There's a law on vote buying, no? There's a law on vote buying. That's just my part, Hindi ko sinasabing ito ang dapat gawin. Ito ang nakita lang natin. It's because we'll have another election 3 years from now. And it could be the same problem will crop up. Or probably it will be more massive come 2022. Di ba? Dahil nakita nga na wala pang nakulong or nasuspende or na-disqualify, not a single candidate.
And the last question, sir, will be coming from Chamber.
Sir, good evening. Dalawang question lang po sa amin. Marami pa rin kung huli miniterms doon sa likuan. Until ngayong mga oras ay ito, may parinlan at parang may parinlan po ng parang. Ano po ang magiging recommendation ng PNP para ma-resolve na ito sa mga susunod na eleksyon?
Well, I think the law is very clear, no? Na bawal magbenta at bawal uminom. Not unless sa loob ka ng pantahanan mo. No, I think meron lang talaga sa atin na matigas ang ulo na talagang hindi nila maiwasan na uminom. Although very good ang turnout natin dito compared probably, although hindi ko alam yung last election. Pero with the very small turnout na to, I think yung mga tao naman are quite educated already. At sumusod. Mangilan-ngilan na lang noon itong kanina nasa QCPD tayo, mga nahuli nila. Parang mga talagang gusto lang nilang mag-good time. Yung iba naman, akala nila hindi sila mahuhuli, like yung mga military personnel, dahil nandun sa tapat mismo ng Biluna. Akala siguro nila hindi sila mahuli. And of course, probably tingin nila nang dahil they are members of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, hindi sila huhulihin, no? Meron talagang taong na na hindi nila mapigilan yung kanilang sarili, no?
Sir, second, kanina po nag-ikot-ikot kayo, tinignan niyo yung situation. How would you rate yung performance po ng ating mga police personnel? Kasama na rin pa natin yung mga natatanggap yung reports nationwide.
Well, unang-una, I think we did well for this election, no? And we're still doing well as of this time. As I said, there were no major incidents that were recorded. Although yung mga incidents na to are basically in Mindanao na perennial during election na merong mga incidents na ganito. At nagpapasalamat tayo na wala namang nasawi sa atin or sa ating mga kababayan, no? Ito yung mga sinasabi natin na baka gusto lang nilang magpakilala or manakot. Dahil itong mga IEDs na to ay of course linagay doon sa mga vacant lots. Siguro, konting ano pang nakikita natin, education on our voters, lalo na sa mga supporters. Dahil nakikita natin dito, ang mainit talaga yung mga supporters ng mga kandidato, yung mga candidates natin. Like what happened in Marawi, no? yung mga supporters ang mainit, magkatinginan lang, nagkakasuntukan. So, unti-unti, sabi ko nga, nag-i-improve naman tayo. With the result of the incidents, election-related violent incidents, compared to 2016 and 2013, na bumaba ng almost 70%, I think we're improving. And probably on 2022, we'll improve some more.
So there being no other questions, that concludes the election updates for today from the PNP.
Okay, thank you and good evening.
All right, Migs, nakita natin, we heard the thoughts of PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde, and I'm very happy to note na sinabi naman niya na so far, so good.
Yes.
No? The PNP forces were able to successfully keep the peace, and yung pinaka major hotspot areas nila normally, diba? Yung mga red zones, kung tinatawag nila, especially in the Mindanao area, the ARM area, good thing, no? There were only 2 incidences that were election-related. And sinabi nga niya earlier, parang may nangyaring ng karma, no? With someone who attempted to bomb soldiers. Ang nangyari, diba, na yung bomb got stuck doon sa window, bumalik sa kanila. Yung nangyari.
So,
this happened in Lanao del Sur, by the way.
doon sa Marawi, nagkatinginan lang, nag-away na. Pero maganda yung malaman na maganda yung kinalabasan ng eleksyon na wala naman talagang vote-related incident.